Hello, everybody, and welcome back to today's segment. We are doing the Know Thyself Enneagram series with Louise Sanders from the Stress Experts. Welcome back, Louise. How are you?
Good. Really good. Hi, everyone.
Good. I'm so happy to have you back. If you guys haven't caught the main segment, make sure to check that out because we share more about what the Enneagram is and all the ins and outs. And then from there, we're taking and going through personality types 1 through 9. And today we are working on number 6, right, Louise?
Yes.
Excellent. So why don't you dive into what the 6 is about, and then the strengths. Am I stressed out? The strengths and weaknesses, and then we'll go into what motivates the number 6. So take it away.
Perfect. So the 6 is known also as the Loyalist. They are very reliable. They're trustworthy. They're responsible. They're hardworking, and they really encourage cooperation in the group. They're quite. They really are concerned with where they belong. They're very much keep the group together, work as a group. It's like a pack mentality.
Okay. Kind of like that harmony.
Yeah, harmony and togetherness. Yeah. So it's belonging, togetherness, group work. Yeah. So they really, what they're looking for is security. So I know you said let's go into motivations after, but we're bringing them forward. Welcome to Louise.
Let's just it's your show, madam. Go ahead.
Awesome. So what really motivates a 6 is they're looking for security and safety. So like a 5, they run on anxiety. We all have anxiety, but that's their core emotion. So they're running on anxiety, and a 5 looks for information. A 6 looks for belonging. They want to know what group they're in, and that pack mentality, safety in numbers, that social networking. It's not that they necessarily have to talk with people and be social butterflies. They just need to know where they belong, and they need to know that they're supported and that someone has their back.
Okay, that's excellent.
Yeah, so they're also very something that strength and weakness is they're kind of constantly questioning that worst case scenario, that what if.
Okay.
So it can be that they can be almost like negative Nancy's, because they're always looking at the worst case scenario. But that can be actually really helpful because then they can do a lot of contingency planning. They won't just have plan A and B, they'll have plan A through G. Like if you need a pocket knife, they're the ones that have it. It's the they're prepared for that worst case scenario. So they have a lot of contingency plans. So that can be a really good strength. But the weakness is that they tend to see things negatively. So you can say, like, I know someone that's a 6, so you can say something that something is going, well or mediocre, and then they're like, yeah, but until until it goes wrong, or until something happens, and while they're right, it just puts a negative spin on things. But the reason they're doing that is to help prepare for things if they go wrong.
I was going to say, is it like a safety thing too?
Absolutely. It's all safety. It's driven by safety and security.
Okay.
And so it can feel like, for everyone else, it feels like, geez, you're such a negative Nancy. But really what they're doing is they're keeping themselves safe and keeping everyone else safe. Just get prepared.
Yes.
And it's not like they're necessarily a prepper for the end of the world, but that could serve them.
Right about now?
Yeah, right about now. They're the ones that have all the canned food and everything. But
fantastic. Tell me where they live.
Come on over to my house, because I'm not it, but yes, it's
exactly.
in the family. So, but the thing that also can happen with a 6, they question questions and they doubt doubts. Like they're kind of, for lack of a better word, kind of slippery. Because as soon as they believe this, they go, but what if that's not true? And they go over here. Okay. And so to everyone else, it might seem like inauthenticity or it might seem like they're testing their friends. I just worked with someone that we were trying to go through her, what type she might be. And she's like, I sabotage my relationships. I keep testing them. And like, that's a classic 6.
Wow.
They're going to see, they're going to text someone and just to see if they respond, just to know if they're there for them.
Okay.
So if you have a 6 in your life and they're texting you, it's like, hey, what are you up to? It's like, I need to know you're there. That's pretty much it.
I probably don't have any 6s in my life anymore. This, and to me, I joke, but this is the value in knowing this stuff, right? Because to me, and where if you have a 6 in your life that's close and important to you, I would say that is polar opposite to me. None of us are better or worse than the other, and we need all types of personalities. But if there was a 6 in my life and I didn't know, they wouldn't get what they need from me, and I would drive them nuts because I'd be like, who cares? Let's do it. We'll figure it out.
What's very interesting is there's a subtype of a 6, so there's subtypes in all the types,
Yeah.
but there's a common subtype of 6, and it's called the counterphobic. So it's fear, anxiety that's driving the 6 to group together, right? To become pack mentality. So that's called the phobic 6. Now there's a counterphobic 6 that looks a lot like an 8 in the fact that they're almost proving to themselves they're not afraid. Okay. So I can do this on my own. I'm independent. I'm self-made. It's almost like screw everyone else. Yeah. And I'm doing this myself.
Okay. Interesting.
So it's almost like a 6. It's like they're sitting on a chair and they're testing the support, a 4-legged chair, they're testing the support. And then there was like one time that it didn't support them. So now they just don't sit down. They don't trust the chair. So they do it on their own. So, if you're thinking you might be a type 6 and you're like, well, I'm not a group person, I do it myself. There's that subtype, but it's still the motivation of fear.
Yeah. Interesting. Wow. I love this stuff. Okay.
So just to say, a counterphobic 6 can look a lot like an 8.
Okay. Interesting. Strengths, weaknesses, motivation. Did you cover them? Anything?
Yeah, I think so. No, I don't think so. I think that's
this is so valuable. And I think a lot of people will listen to this and go, whoa, that's not me. Or, oh, that's me. And I do that. I didn't even realize, right? And that's kind of, I've done some of this work for different professions I've had. Like if you're in sales, they teach you about personality. So you know who you're working with. But there was still a few pieces that I had not connected the dots. And that's where the Enneagram just, like I said, that football stadium moment where I'm like, oh, that's why I'm that way, where every other personality type didn't provide that awareness. So I'm sure there's a lot of people going, oh yeah, that's me. And holy shoot, I do that, right? In every single segment that we will do. So that's why I love this work. On that note, I'm going to give you a call out. If people are interested in the work you do, the Enneagram coaching, can you share a little bit more about how that works and how they can connect with you?
Yeah, so we do a dialogue-based Enneagram typing session. So it's not just a quick test that you do. And in that way, you get to learn more about all the other types, not just your type. So that's very helpful. But yeah, we kind of fold it into our other coaching programs as well as doing it separately. But usually when we do it separately, people usually want more. So we have it folded into our other programs. But if you want to work with us and find out your Enneagram type and actually work with it, because when you find out your type, that's only step 1, right? Is to how to develop it and how to grow with it. So yeah, if you want to work with us, you can find us at thestressexperts.com, or you can email us at info@thestressexperts.com.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing, Louise. I'm sure I'm going to say it a million times throughout this segment, but I love this work that you're doing. So thanks for sharing your wisdom with our audience. And you in the audience, thank you for tuning in. If this one resonated with you, great. If not, keep on going through. We have 9 segments in addition to the main ones. So you will find yourself in one of them. So make sure to tune in, check them all out, and I'll see you on the next segment. Bye, guys.